Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Darren Woodfork. I'm an attorney here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And today I want to talk about an issue. It's probably the 1 millionth reason not to drink and drive. But this is something you might not have thought about. Basically, and I think I talked about this once before in a video where I said, when you're drinking and driving, it's random that you're going to get pulled over because you might get in an accident where it's not your fault at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and then when the police come for the accident, you'll get cited for DUI. I have a video somewhere and I'll put that up in the card if I can find it. But today I want to talk about what's called reasonable suspicion, and you might have heard that. All the lawyers, if any of my lawyers are watching this, know what it is. And basically that's the reason that people have to stop you to investigate a crime. There's probable cause, obviously, but then there's also a lower standard called reasonable suspicion, and that's what the police use to stop you to investigate you, or really investigate the DUI. And so what that means is that they'll pull you over for a traffic violation, and then once they see you, they investigate you for the DUI. They look at your eyes, smell your breath, things like that. But anyways, that's how all DUI stops are started, and that's based on reasonable suspicion to pull you over. Well, the problem with this is that it's the difference between book law and real life law. And, we learn in the first 2 months of law school what reasonable suspicion is, probable cause is, and your constitutional rights. And that's book law, obviously. But in real life law, the police can pull you over for any reason. One of 3,000 different traffic laws here in Arizona, they can pull you over for that to satisfy the reasonable suspicion standard. And so the police will literally just pull you over at random at night, because they think at 1 o'clock in the morning, or really 10 o'clock at night, they think that 50% of the people on the road have been drinking. That's what the police are always saying. This is all kind of like cocktail party type discussion, but police always think that everybody on the road late at night is drunk, or half the people are drunk anyway. And so they will just pull you over at random, basically, but they'll use one of the 3,000 traffic laws as an excuse for pulling you over. So that's a reason why you shouldn't drink and drive, and why you shouldn't try to drive home, because you can be driving and you think you're driving perfectly with your hands at 3 and 9 and 3 or whatever, and you're driving perfectly straight in the lines, you're driving the speed limit and all that stuff, and you're not going to get pulled over. But you will get pulled over. If the cop is behind you, they could just randomly pull you over, and they'll find something for a reason to pull you over, and then you'll get pulled over and arrested for DUI. So your perfect driving after you've been drinking is not going to help you for not getting pulled over, just because the cops, they're just pulling people over at random that time of night. And so again, that's just something to be aware of. That's another reason why not to drink and drive. And obviously, if you're drunk and driving, there will be signs of it as far as your driving goes, as far as you're drifting in the lanes, if you're driving too slow, your lights aren't on, things like that. But even if all that is even if all that is not present, they'll still pull you over if they want to. And so again, you're just kind of gambling if you're trying to drive home after drinking. So don't drink and drive. But again, this is just to show you the difference between book law and real life law. If you have any questions, please check out my website. It's woodforklaw.com, or shoot me an email at DarrenW, that's DERRONW @MSN.com, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and thanks, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.